Good evening. This stretch of Anclote Boulevard that separates Holiday and Tarpon Springs has been now cleared for several hours. But earlier today, it was terrifying, especially for a lot of parents. Now, here's what investigators are looking at right now. It appears that the SUV went off the road into the grass here, and from the markings on the grass, it looks like it then corrected and went into the street, right into the path of that oncoming school bus. A mangled SUV, a smashed-up school bus, and worried parents rushing to find out if their children were okay.
13 kids were taken to hospitals, but none with life-threatening injuries.
The Florida Highway Patrol says this Isuzu trooper was heading east on Anclote Boulevard, and at about 8:30 this morning, they say the vehicle crossed the center line, impacting a bus that was headed to Paul R. Smith Middle School. 38 students were on board.
I came up on the scene. I saw the smoke.
Veronica Scott was close by and tried to help. She found the driver of the SUV trapped and in very bad shape as her vehicle caught fire. Another bystander grabbed an extinguisher from the bus to put that fire out.
The lady was pretty well pinned in. She wasn't really responding at all.
Veronica's son Michael snapped a picture as rescue workers tried to free the woman.
As all this is going on, what are you thinking?
Oh, gosh, I was thinking I hope that woman is going to be okay.
FHP says they don't know why the driver lost control of her SUV. She was rushed to a nearby hospital and later pronounced dead. As for the students, thankfully no life-threatening injuries, just a lot of scrapes, bloody lips, and complaints of neck pains. Many parents showed up and took their kids home. Pasco County School says 18 of the students were brought to hospitals for treatment. The bus driver was also injured and hospitalized. FHP officials say after seeing the damage to the SUV, it's amazing there were not more serious injuries to those on the bus.
You're looking at a big weight difference between the bus and the Isuzu trooper, and you're looking at the angle of the crash. We have not got a speed at this point in time. Of course, that's going to take a little bit through our investigation to determine whether a speeding was involved or not.
Many Pasco County school buses do have seat belts for the children, including the bus involved in this accident, although one of the students on board tells us that many of the kids were not wearing the seat belts this morning. Coming up at 5:30, Scott Draper will have more on the requirements in Pasco County for seat belts on school buses. Now we're going to go live to Jeff Butera, who is at the middle school where this school bus was headed.
Good evening, Eric. Yes, the kids were coming to school this morning on this school bus. I talked to a number of parents this afternoon. They said they had two main emotions when they saw what happened to the school bus. One was they were terrified when they first heard about it because they started doing a what if, wondering what if my child was involved. And the second thing was they were horrified when they saw the wreck, even if their child turned out not to be involved. After 12 years as a stay-at-home mom, Susan Fallon went back to work for the first time this morning, and just hours into her shift, the sounds of tragedy came whizzing past.
All of a sudden, we kept seeing ambulances go by, and it was terrifying. We knew something was up.
She knew this was happening during school time. That worried her because her son Andrew's a 7th grader at Paul R. Smith Middle School.
My girlfriend got a text at work saying, "Don't worry, your daughter's okay." Well, immediately that scared me to death.
But then she soon heard Andrew was fine too, and her focus shifted again.
It was still, okay, our kids are okay, but what about all the other kids?
Almost 20 kids were hurt in the bus accident, but nobody was hurt that bad.
Thank God nobody was seriously hurt in the bus.
Debbie Warren picked up her son Jack this afternoon. He showed her a letter the school sent home.
It talks about, as far as the accident, what happened, that 17 of them went to the hospitals.
The middle school also brought in crisis counselors for the kids.
These are middle school students, and it's really important at that transitional age that they are able to talk through when they have something disturbing happen.
Susan says she'll talk to Andrew about it tonight, instead of what she probably planned on talking about. Her first day back at work.
This is a very, very, very scary day.
And the school district says they're going to keep the crisis counselors here at the school for as long as the students need them. Live in Holiday, I'm Jeff Butera, ABC Action News.
Thank you.